guys, it's your girl Brittany here, BarryBeauty 411, and
Ambitious Red 25. Hey, you guys.
hey, okay, so we are officially borrowing and stealing away Billy's Jam Poets studio. So we're making good use of this light. As you can see, I am very white. Most of my videos. Anyway, guys, so today we're going to be doing a tutorial for you. Ambitious Red 25 here, also known as Erica. We're going to be using her as the model. So let's go ahead and get started. Feature a palette that not as many people feature. We're going to do the Kat Von D palette.
Very pretty. Very, very pretty colors.
Yeah.
Especially that pastel pink right there.
Isn't that nice?
So gorgeous.
So gorgeous. First step.
Number one.
No. It's always going to be to prime the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a primer. Just because I like to be different, okay? I like to bring you new products and not the same cliche stuff. Today we're going to be using the Korres Anti-Aging Eye Primer. Fabuloso. Anytime you can get anti-aging in a product, I'm all for that. I'm going to go ahead and start off by applying the primer all over her lid. You want to start all the way at the lash line and work your way up to the brow. And you always, of course, want to use your ring finger to pat the primer in so that you're not too rough with your eyes. That one right there. There you go. Perfect. So, we're going to start by, and make sure you tap the excess off. You're going to apply it just to the inner corner of her eye. Applying a lighter shade to the inner corner of the eye really allows for you to open up the eye, really allows for everything to be brightened. So just apply this to the very inner corner of the eye. Don't go past the crease. So you want to start in the inner corner there, and you want to blend it to the outer corner, but you want to make sure you don't go above the crease. Okay, so the next step, we're going to take this gold color here from the Kat Von D palette, that gold color there next to the pink one. And always, you know, a little tip I like to use is a patting motion. So always use a patting motion so all that color sticks. You don't have to worry about blending just yet. You know, we might just work everything from this palette because I think that will make it useful for you as a viewer to be able to get a whole look out of one palette. So let's just go ahead and stick to the Kat Von D palette. So now we're going to take this brown here, get a little bit on your small, and also I am using the small shadow brush. It's from the Platinum Pro collection with Sephora, number 15. So we're going to take that dark brown, again patting motion, and we're going to shape it up and work it into the crease. So we're just going to zoom in on this eye here, so you can see what exactly I'm doing. I'm putting it on the outer corner and blending it into that gold. It's also from the Platinum collection. It's the oval blending brush number 27. Looks just like that. And I'm going to take this brush, start from the outer corner, and blend everything together. And you can also go back in and add a little bit of brown to the blending brush so that you can get a little bit more color. And you're going to take that darker brown color and really work it into your crease. So then I'm going to go in with my Sephora collection medium shadow brush. If you look at your palette, that lightest shade right there, we're going to go ahead and put that and place it underneath the brow to highlight. Yep, just like that. Start by patting and placing the color just underneath the brow. And then what we're going to do, once we do that, is we're going to go ahead and blend that shadow down into the rest of the eye. So we've got everything blended. So far we've used, just so you can see what brushes we've used these right here. I'm going to throw in one more brush. We're going to throw in one more brush. It's the Sephora collection crease brush, number 10. We're going to get that darkest shade of brown, so the dark brown on the very end of the palette. And we're going to darken up that crease. This is just going back in and adding more definition to it. Because when we started off, smoky eye, the key to a really nice smoky eye, one that's not overbearing and too dark, a key to that is building it. So you want to start off with a small amount of color and you want to build it up to the darkness you want, so that way you don't put too much shadow on it one time. You want to start off by doing almost a rounded U shape around the corner of the eye and then blending it into the crease. Okay, making sure everything looks nice and blended. So go ahead and take a look at the camera. Already you can see the shadow has opened and brightened her look up. Yeah, there we go. That's like always a good way to show it.
Right, because you get the nice lighter look in there.
We want to go back in with the Urban Decay Honey shadow. We did work mostly from the Kat Von D palette, but we're going to go back in with some of this honey. Get our small shadow brush again. Get a little bit of that honey. And on the very inner corner, not completely covering up the lighter color we put there, but taking that honey color and working it into that dark brown that we just got through applying. For 120 wipes, $6, Walmart. Amazing, amazing. So what I'm going to do is go back in and do some cleanup. You don't have to. We actually didn't get too much fallout with her, but I'm just going to go back in, really gently wipe underneath her eyes. Look up for me. Wipe underneath her eyes and get any fallout that we might have gotten in the process. Turn this way for me. Okay, so today for her foundation complexion makeup, we are going to be using the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. We're going to be using the oil-free, and the color is Sand. With the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer as well, you want to go a shade down from what you match yourself in because it does oxidize quite a bit. Alright, so I put a little bit on my hand there. That is the Sand. I'm going to take the Sephora Collection Stippling Brush number 44. Love it. You're going to get a little bit on the end bristles with the stippling brush. You do not want to get color or foundation down in these darker bristles. Just going to stipple it on, tap, tap, tap. Evenly disperse the color throughout the face through a stippling motion, and then you're going to go back in and buff. Okay guys, so now that we've stippled on her Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, we're going to go back in with the, yeah, we got a little bit on our lips there. That was a little bit of an accent.
For a second there.
So now we're going to go back in with our Makeup Forever HD powder, which, as you guys, I don't want to be able to talk. Alright, we're going to get a small amount of our HD powder on the Sephora Collection Airbrush Brush number 55. Some people use it for foundation. It is synthetic, so you can. Favorite bronzer ever. And it is universal, so pretty much anybody can use it. Obviously, someone who's really deep, really tan can't use it, but very pretty. Very pretty. So we're going to pop a little bit of that onto the hollows of her cheek to give her a little extra definition. And you can see this one. I don't know if you can see, but this is a very pretty color on her. So you just want to do the hollows of the cheek, because we're going to go back in with some blush to put on the apples of the cheek. Very pretty. And then you also want to do hairline, temples of the face. Could be comparable to NARS Orgasm, I would say. Mixture of NARS Orgasm and Super Orgasm. Very pretty. It's got the gold pieces in it, but it has the deeper red, similar to Super Orgasm. So we're going to take the same brush and pop a little bit of this onto her cheeks. And notice how I'm holding the brush further out because that gives you a lighter, more natural application. And again, you want to build up. You don't want to start off looking like, you know, a clown. As you can see, I have lots of blush on because I love it. But for her, we're just going to pop a little bit on the apples of her cheek. You may not even be able to see it on the camera. So for camera's sake, we'll put a little bit more on. And you blend it up. And use the Makeup Forever Concealer Palette, or Camouflage Cream Palette. Love this palette. I love it. Okay, so then we're going to take the Sephora Collection Airbrush Concealer Brush number, drum roll please, 57. All of you who have this palette and are like, what in the world do I do with this orange? The orange basically cancels out the blue undertones in the dark circles. So you always want to, so you're not looking orange, you start off with the orange and then you blend it in with the other colors. It's basically what you do. What are you doing? She's Instagramming.
Instagram.
She's too busy Instagramming. You want to always start in the middle of the brow. What you want to do, look straight at the camera for me. You want to measure the bridge of the nose, tip of the nose across the pupil, open your eyes, across the pupil, and then the corner of the nose and the corner of the eyes where it ends. So what I'm going to do is basically measure where her highest arch is. Turn this way. And then I'm going to fill in her brow from there and work it to the other areas of her brow. We're going to keep her brows pretty light, nothing crazy. And we've already got some nice colors going on. Alright guys, so she went ahead and threw on some hair so that the look would be completed. Look how gorgeous she looks. Show it off, girl. Show it off to the world. Anywho, alright, this was BarryBeauty 411. You know what to do. Click that button right up there. Subscribe. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to send in requests because you know what? You guys are what keep us going. We always like new ideas from you guys, so feel free to message either one of us and let us know what you think. And yeah, we love you.
Bye, you guys.